Hi everybody, it's Matthew here from Bead Spider. How are we all doing today? I'm going to be showing you how to make a gorgeous beaded Bugle Bell. They are absolutely gorgeous. They look really spectacular. They're the perfect Christmas decoration. And again, as part of the tutorial that I did on Wednesday, they're all part of that gorgeous bugle bundle that we've been promoting this week as our special for the week. So if you missed Wednesday's tutorial, I showed you how to create the gorgeous bugle star piece just here, which is this little puffy fellow here. I also showed you, with a bit of struggle, but I got there eventually, the fantastic bugle baubles as well, which maybe I should wear them as earrings as suffering from Wednesday's tutorial. You know, what do you think about that? We got lots of people who've joined in as always, which is great. I had a piece of paper. Where have I put it? Here it is. Yes, we've got lots of people who've joined in as well. Nancy is here. She's watching from Pennsylvania. We've got Elizabeth. We've got Kay. We've got Evelyn. Everybody's all joining in. These are over on YouTube. Erica, Jan, Inga as well. Over on Facebook, we've got lots of people. Who have we got? We've got Monica, Doris, Francis, Oliyumi. You've become a regular. I've seen a lot. Chris Yu is here as well. Ida Hopper. We've also got lots and lots of people here. Great. Oh, and here we go. We've got one here. Daphne Branch. She says, good morning from Canada. Morning, Daphne. Thanks for getting up nice and early to watch my stream today. Let's see. What's Doris said here? She says, ooh, where are we? She said, I see you're already in short sleeve to fight your little gremlins today. Well, you'll be surprised. I think today's going to go much smoother. The camera should be great. The sound should be great. Hopefully everything will work perfectly. But, you know, of course, when we say that, that's when we always have the worst issues. Oh yeah, very quickly, I'll just promote this one last time because I know we've got Christmas coming very soon. If you want to get our Christmas Designs bundle set there, which makes all of those gorgeous little brick stitch patterns, like for example last Saturday I finished it off now so you can see it, this gorgeous little Christmas wreath. See that fellow there? Oh no, there we go. This is what I made last week's tutorial. So if you want to check out that tutorial, that was last Saturday. Plus I've got the patterns available still. So if you want to get the bundle or the pattern, they're still available. But you can see there's loads and loads of patterns here. Like our Christmas baubles are included. I'll just go through them very quickly. We've got polar bears and candles and those old style Christmas lights as well. What else? There's the mug and the wreath, which I showed the tutorial on the wreath there. We've got the stylized angel, a nice Christmas boot, and a star as well. There's the Christmas present and the North Pole sign. I really like this one. Then, wait, come on. There's so many pages that it's going to take me ages to show you all of these. So maybe I'll just rattle off what some of them are. There's mittens. There's Ryan Deer and a little snowman. Ryan Deer the reindeer. We've also got some Christmas trees. There's little Christmas jumpers, which I showed you how to turn that into a necklace with the findings. We've got Santa with a tassel beard. And I think we're on the last page, are we? Yes. We've got a sleigh, a hat, and a bell. And then, of course, if you also missed this, I'm literally trying to spew them out as quickly as I can. We've got all those gorgeous pen wrap patterns too. So there's 5 fantastic pen wrap patterns all included in the one little bundle, which, luckily, I've got a pen wrap here. There they are. These are my last week's tutorials from... there we go. See all of these. Dorothy Pratt has just asked, how can I order these? Well, if you would like, Dorothy, there's a little link in the description. If you click on the button that says show me the previous and upcoming shows, that will show you where all the products from the previous shows are. Plus, you'll be able to see today's tutorials as well, which if I just flick over very quickly to our website, I can show you that little page. Let's just have a quick look, shall we? So on the Bead Spider website, here is our homepage. In the description, obviously, you can get straight to the link, but otherwise, if you're on our homepage, which is www.beadspider.co.uk, you can view all upcoming and previous shows. It's just this little button here at the bottom. When you click on that one, it will take you to the page where you can see everything that's coming. So, for example, today's tutorial, which is the Christmas bells, is just here. Last week's Christmas charm and pen wrap, they're both just here. You know, the woven chain as well. All the different tutorials I've done. Here are all the products from them all. If you want to check that out, it's a great place to have a look. But if you've got a keen eye, you'll have noticed just here, coming up for tomorrow's tutorial. I know I promised something big, fantastic, and exciting, and let me just show you exactly what it is that I'm going to be showing you before I get onto the tutorial for tomorrow. Let me just pop my comments back up so I can see what everybody's saying. Yeah, let's have a look at these. I want to show you them. They are spectacular. If I say so myself, it's quite possibly the nicest design I've ever made. Let me just lay it here on the table for you to see, and hopefully you'll love it as much as I do. So I've created a gorgeous necklace design, which, here we go, nicely laid out. This is the masquerade black and white color. Here we go. Ta-da! This is what's going to be tomorrow's tutorial. So if you're around, make sure you're watching same time again tomorrow, and I will be showing you how to make this gorgeous design here, which I have in multiple colors. It's also on sale, but you can check out the sale from that page. But there you go. Look at that gorgeous little design just here. See it here? That is that gorgeous little necklace. It's based off our labyrinth bracelet design. It's tapered down even to give it a beautiful finish. And then, of course, I'm going to be using one of my fantastic ripple beads as my clasp. But yeah, if you want to check that one out, they are on sale. This is tomorrow's tutorial, which, like I said, if I'm feeling a little arrogant, as it were, I'd say this is potentially one of the nicest designs I've ever made, if not the nicest. Let's just pop it on myself here even and sort of show you how it looks if I can get it on myself. Oh, I'm fiddling with it and putting it on myself just here behind the scenes. So that's why you can't see me, because I'm just getting it to sit ever so beautifully. Obviously, it doesn't look so great with my t-shirt, but there you go. You can see it sits flat, it sits beautifully, and we've given you, the kit has enough. How do I look, ladies? Do I look lovely? Yeah, we give you enough for a 21-inch necklace there as well. But you can see it does sit. I'm trying to see in the camera what I'm doing. There we go. It sits absolutely beautifully on your skin, and then the tapering really makes it a nice effect. That's tomorrow. Don't miss out. But yeah, let's get on with today's tutorial. Everybody grab your cup of tea. Kay says, work it. I'm glad you enjoyed that little showing of the necklace there. But yeah, let's get on with today's tutorial. I am excited for that one. I should mention, I will, if you're going to get the kit for today's tutorial, it does include the bell, the bauble, the bugle bauble, which is this little fella here. It does include that, and it also includes the star in the one. There's 3 different colors to choose from: blue, silver, gold. But if you want to choose 3, you will also get included this free gift. So we're really giving the value today. You can get all 3 of those, the bell, the bauble, and the star, in all 3 colorways. If you do that, you will get the free gift. So that gorgeous black and gold sort of Art Deco, but we called it Black Russian after the cocktail, spiral bracelet. But yeah, if I just, here we go. So there you go, there's the silver color, the bell, the star, and the bauble in silver, in blue, or in gold. Right, so, tutorial time. I always have to rattle off everything, all the announcements and everything. I try and get them off as early as possible so that we can get on with the fun part. Right, now, let me just get my little workspace here. Here are the Oh, actually, hopefully I can show you the materials for today. I'll just put them at the bottom. So I've got, once again, 15mm bugles. So hopefully just down at the bottom, you'll be able to see everything that I'm going to be using today. 15mm bugles. I've got some 8mm little... I'm a bit big in the corner, aren't I? Let's just shrink me down a bit, maybe. Oh, well, maybe later. Yeah, so I've got my 8mm, size 8 seed beads, size 8 seed beads, 15mm bugles. I've got a crystal sparkle ball, which will be for the bottom of my little bell, the little ringer in my bell. I've also got a couple of little aurora beads, and that's all that you need, as well as some 0.4mm wire, which apparently is 26 gauge. Here, Tina says, oh no, I can't show that one yet. Let's pop that up here. Tina says, do you reckon a beginner could do something like tomorrow's make? The answer is yes. I try and put a lot of effort into our tutorials. The instructions, which if you are someone who's used our kits before, comment in and see if you agree with me or not. I try and make our instructions as easy and simple to follow as possible. I try and make them as clear as I absolutely can. We sort of started doing a lot of kits on Create and Craft TV, and when you're doing the kits on the TV channel, you really do need to have them so that they're as easy as possible for beginners, because a lot of the people who are buying on those sorts of channels aren't necessarily jewelry makers. So it's important that you sort of cater to everybody with these designs. So like I said, it's relatively simple, relatively easy, shouldn't have any problems, even if you're a complete beginner with tomorrow's necklace. Oh, here we go. Kay, hopefully I can put it in. Kay's just put in a comment. She says, Matthew has great little diagrams to help. I'm glad you like it. Lots and lots of people joining in. What size is the bead for the ringer? This is a 10mm? Yes, they're 10mm sparkle balls, they're called. So 10mm, 8mm, 6mm in the round beads, 15mm bugle, and size 8 seed beads. Now, let me just grab myself a bit of wire. You need to have about 2 meters of your wire. So you just spool yourself off a nice 2 meter length of wire, and then I'll just cut it off. And then I'll begin, shall I? So what we're going to do with our little design, do you know, I could have, someone's asked, can you do it with smaller bugles, possibly? It would just make a smaller bell. So you can use smaller bugles, you can use bigger ones. We've got Rissa Renee here, which is Carissa. She used to be a regular watcher. She's already shared the video, thanks. She said, you know, it's been a while since I've been able to cache a video, but this looks fun. I'm glad you're joining us, Carissa. It's lovely to see you back. So, first thing I'm going to do, I've cut my wire, about 2 meters length, but what I'm going to do is just sort of age the wire to help straighten it. So I'm going to just run my fingers along the wire, sort of just to get it nice and straight, so it's not going to coil, it's not going to ravel, anything like that. It might make your fingers a little bit dirty on the inside just because it's, you know, metal, but hopefully it's going to get nice and straight once you've done that. There we go. So I have that lovely and straight. We've got someone new. Julie Waghorn, it says, this is my first time watching a tutorial. Thanks for joining, Julie. I hope you're enjoying the tutorial so far. Don't forget, if you are new, please do like and subscribe to our channel. Share this video if you will, and then check out the link in the description. There's a little button there to sign up to our newsletter. If you sign up to it, we give you, if you're new, we give you a £5 voucher for trying out any of our beading patterns. But also, it's the best way to find out when we're going to be doing our live tutorials. So, I've aged my wire a bit now, and what I'm going to do you know what? I did have diagrams. I could have showed them to you, but maybe I'll show you them on the paperwork instead. Usually, I put my diagrams up so that you can see them all. But anyway, where'd you go, little piece of paper? Here it is. So, I've got my instructions just here. These are an example of what my instructions look like. So, you can see just here, here is the very first little diagram, nice and clear. and it sort of just follows on. So I'm going to show you the diagrams as we go, but you can see I try and make them as clear and simple and easy to follow as possible. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. So let's begin. The very first thing that we're going to do is thread onto our wire. Here, I'll just pop this here so you can admire the design. This is one that I've sort of made by mixing the colors. You can always mix your colors, so you've got blue or gold or whatever it is that you want to do. If you're getting the 3 sets, you can mix them and match them so they look really good. Like, I think this would look fantastic with the blue seed beads. But anyway, great. Oh, right. Kay asked, would I be able to make them smaller for earrings? Might be a little difficult making them that small. You might have to use thread, but I'd say it's entirely possible. So, first thing that we're going to do, as per our little diagrams, we're going to pick up 1 seed bead, followed by 1 15mm bugle. Let's just zoom in a teeny touch, so it's a little bit easier to see. Luckily, I don't get any bigger. Imagine that. That'd be annoying. Pick up 1 seed bead, followed by 1 bugle bead. I've got my cup of tea, but I completely forgot to have any of it. Oh well. So I pick up 1 bugle and 1 seed bead. Then I'll pick up another... I picked up a seed bead and then a bugle. I'll pick up another seed bead and another bugle. And I'm going to repeat that. Oh, this is something important you should do, by the way. The other end, so I've got one end of my wire here. The other end, you'll thank me for this, bend it so that your beads can't accidentally come off. Because if they slide all the way down, they might come off and you'll go, oh no, and you'll have to rethread them all. So, if we slide them down, there we go. So I've got 1 seed bead, 1 bugle, 1 seed bead, and 1 bugle. And I need to just do that until I've got a total of 6 of each. So 6 seed beads and 6 bugles. So that's 3 seed beads and 3 bugles. 4 seed beads and 4 bugles. Kaylee asks, is there a kit available? Yes. Click the little link in the description that says to take a look at today's products. That's the best way to find whatever it is that we're doing. We always put a link in the description. So if you're watching today's tutorial, if you're watching tomorrow's tutorial, whenever it is, there'll always be a link in the description that will take you straight to where you need to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'll just slide them down and I'm going to leave myself a tail. I don't think I need to be quite as zoomed in as this for today. It might be a little better wider. So I'll slide them all down. I've got them right at the end. This is why I tied a little loop at the end there so that I could make sure they're not going to come off. So I've got 1 seed bead, 1 bugle, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets. So you can see that. 1 set, 2 set, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what we need to do, we need to leave ourselves a tail of about maybe 6 inches or so. So if I just slide them here, you'll see this ought to be plenty for our tail. And what I'm going to do just to help it stay at that point is bend my wire almost to sort of lock it like a V at that point. So see that? Now it's, just zoom in so you can really see it, sort of locked right at the end there. And now I've got that tail sort of bent off so that it can't go anywhere. Jan has just put something in. What was someone's question? I can't remember. I can't see it. I need to be paying more attention to what all the different comments are. So now that I've got my 6 sets just here, what I'm going to do is, following my little diagrams here, is bend it back on itself so that it'll end up that these 2 beads here, which are going to be these 2, will fold around and almost like a netting, I'm going to join it to the seed bead just before. So if we look at my little piece that I have here, I'll zoom in a teeny weeny touch. Again, I tell you, I'm in, out. Shake it all about. So what I'm going to do is take these 2 sets here. I'm going to leave this little bead because that's going to be on the very, very end. And I'm going to fold that around. And I almost want it to create. So you can sort of fold it as you go like this. So I'll just bend it at that point. We want to keep this bit up here, and then you'll see it will fold down so that it creates like a little diamond at the top there. See that? So if I get them nicely in position, so it's nice and firm, I can sort of bend it in position at that point, and then what I'll do so that it doesn't move, I'll just bend the wire to 90 degrees because the bugles don't move very much, and then take my little end of my wire here, and I'm going to go through this little seed bead just here. So again, I've bent this so that the beads don't move. It helps them to stay in place, and I'll thread my end piece through that little size 8 seed bead here. So see that? Just straight through there. As I pull it nice and tight, you'll see this piece of wire down here, it will loop smaller, 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 smaller. It'll get a little bit loopy at this point, so we just fold it over so that it's fairly straight, and then when I pull it, it means my beads are still relatively in place, but everything stays neat and firm, and then just to keep it locked in place, I've got it nice and tight there. Would this work using wildfire? It might, but this is a question here from Kaylee. Will this work using wildfire? It might, but I think you might find that your bell might be a little bit too floppy. The reason this works is because you're using wire, so it keeps everything stiff. See that? So I'll hold it up here. See that? If it was just wildfire, it might not quite hold its shape as nicely if you were doing it in the wire here. So now that I've made this first little piece here, what I need to do now is pick up, and this is something that we're just going to repeat multiple times, is pick up one more bugle, one more seed bead, and one more bugle. There we go, just thread them on. Jan says, oh dear, we can't have floppy bells. You're absolutely right. Nothing worse than a floppy bell, says Jan. We've also got Dana Reed, who's just joined us. She says, good morning, everyone. So good morning to you, Dana. She's over on YouTube there. I wonder how many people we've got watching right now. Everybody's greeting Diana, which is lovely. Or is it Dana? Dana. Everybody's greeting Dana. So there we go. So now I've got my two little beads here. I've threaded them down to the end. And then again, just as before, I'm going to bend my wire. And that's going to lock it in place while I'm doing my weaving. So again, we just take the end piece of our wire here. And we come over to our next little size 8. So because we want to create this same sort of diamond shape, next to this one here, I'm going to just weave into that bottom piece just here. So down through this little bead, so from the same direction. So my wire is coming to it from here. So I'm going to continue in that same direction, just there. So here we go. Through there and through that same size 8 seed bead, which I'll just make my face disappear and put the products there up in the corner so that you can see them. There we go. Pull that through. And then finally, as we're getting close again, you can see this. We can just bend the wire roughly into place, bend this one roughly into place, and then just untwist the wire so that it's relatively in position, and then just pull so that we don't get any kinks in it. So there we go. Now we've got two little pieces like this. Almost looks like little glasses. What do you think? Do you reckon I could wear these as glasses? Make me a bit cross-eyed, I think. So there we go. We've got that now. And what we're going to do, if I just show you the next diagram, is come back on ourselves. I'll stick it in right-handed view after this, by the way. Here we go. We've got Dorothy. She says... Oh, no, I can't show it yet. I'll show it in a second, Dorothy. Thanks for commenting in, though. So what I'm going to do now is come back on myself. I'm pretty much making like a lattice. If you have a little look at maybe this diagram here, you can see we're creating like a lattice shape. So what I'm going to do now is pick up 3 beads, 1 bugle, one seed, one bugle, one seed, and one bugle. So 3 bugles in total. And then thread back down through this size 8, which is in the ones that we just added just a few seconds ago. Here we go. Now I can show Dorothy's comment. Where is it? The mat is out of focus, says Elizabeth. Hopefully I think it's potentially just as I work to and from that it puts it out of focus. I saw this. Here we go. Dorothy's had a lovely little message here. She said, I love these videos. So easy to understand for a newbie like me. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Dorothy. Thanks for dropping by and allowing me to entertain you all. Who's watching on their television, by the way? I know a lot of people on YouTube say they like to watch on their TV. Ooh, my wire's getting a bit out of whack. If it goes out of shot, don't worry. I'm just picking up some bugles and stuff. Oh, don't forget, bend your wire here just to make sure it's not going to come loose or anything. And then, there we go. Hopefully, now, I'll put it into right-handed view. I know you like that. Ta-da! Now it's right-handed, so we can pretend I'm right-handed now. I'll pick up first one bugle, so I'm going to need 3 bugles and 2 seed beads. So I'll pick up, first of all, one bugle. Get through there. I should have a sip of my tea. Are the beads in focus? I think they should hopefully be in focus. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think they are. It's just because the bead mat is a bit fuzzy, that maybe it looks a bit blurry. Hopefully that's all it is. Should all be in focus. Don't know. So anyway, one bugle, one seed bead, one bugle, one seed bead, and one bugle. Let's pull that nice and tight. There we go. And now what I'll do, because I've got it all the way to the bottom, I'll just bend it slightly. If the beads look like they're out of focus, let me show you what these bugles look like. Potentially it's because they're twisted. So see this here? Inside each one of these little bugles, see when I move it, this is what helps to give them a lovely sparkle. They have this twisting on the inside core, so that makes them really, really sparkly, which is what I like about all 3 of these. The blue, the gold, and the silver all have that. Here's the blue. Hopefully it'll focus. It's going to focus for me. There you go. You can see how iridescent it makes them. It's really lovely. I quite like that. So anyway, now that I've got this in position, I've got it bent, and as I said, I'm going to sort of put them into position so that they'll make that lattice shape. And then this is where you can see. So we've gone here, 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 and then we're going to go through this little bead here, almost like a little netting, as I said. So I've got this bent, and then what we're going to do is go through that next one. We've got Kay here says, I love the sparkle. So I'll just go down through this little bead here. I love the sparkle too. I think it makes them look super effective, because you don't have to just use these on your Christmas trees. You could even use them sort of on your on doors, on doorbell, wherever, like door handles, whatever it is. Untwist your wire, by the way, pull it through all the way, and then it should sit relatively nicely like this. So now Kaylee says she loves the blue. I love the blue as well. Now what we do, so that was sort of step 1, where we add 1, 2, 3 and go through there. That's part 1. Now we'll do part 2, and that's literally the entire process, is just going back and forth doing these 2 steps, where I'll put one bugle on, one clear. I dare say the reason it's a little bit difficult to see is because the beads are like a clear silvery color. If I'd use gold, maybe it'd be a little bit easier, but you know. How big is the bell when it's done? So I'll show you it in comparison to my face, because that should give you a nice idea. That's a question there from Kay. Hopefully I can put that one up on the screen in a second. But the finished bell, if I hold it up just here, whoops, wrong one. Here we go. So there's the finished bell. So I guess that's probably about maybe 10 or 12 centimeters and that's probably about maybe 8 centimeters maybe, or something like that. But it's that sort of size. There you go. That's the finished size of your little bugle bell, just there. There we go. I wish I had a ruler just here. I could have showed you. Doesn't matter. Anyway, back with the show. So now that I've got my 2 beads, again, slide them all down. I've got a bugle, a seed bead, and a bugle. I'll just bend that in position. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody, by the way. If you haven't done it already, share the video if you're on Facebook. That's always a big favor to me because we can spread the word. Might have a nice sip of tea, shall I? Tea is always a good idea. Always. Yeah. Good idea, Sharon. Let's do that. I'll hold the bell next to the star. So the star is this big and the bell significantly larger. Or the bauble is this big. See that? So there's the difference in sizes. Bell, much, much bigger than the star and the bauble. Hopefully that should answer everybody's questions. I hope. Don't know. Right, let's just hide that little comment. There we go. Kaylee says, I may have to treat myself as it's my birthday on Monday. Well, happy birthday for Monday, Kaylee. I hope you will be enjoying your day and hopefully getting to spend it with family, but I don't know. So I'm just going to thread through this little bead just here. Pull that through. Oh, am I still on right-handed view? Yes, good. So pull that through. Again, we just do the same process through that little space just there. And then see how it's all looped? We just untwist it, try and get it nice and straight, and then pull through. There we go. What happened to your dinosaur mug, says Sharon. Well, Sharon, it's in the dishwasher. It is around. It's here. I know, my dinosaur mug is my favourite one. So now I'm back around, and essentially, like I said, there's step 1, which is add 3 bugles. Then step 2 is add 2 more bugles. And now, oh, wow, we got 2 people whose birthday it is on Monday. Stacey Bailiff as well is also having her birthday on Monday. Everybody's birthday's around now. My sister's is on Tuesday. So now pick up 3 more bugles again, and we're going to kind of just go back and forth. So you pick up 3 bugles, 2 bugles, 3 bugles, 2 bugles, 3 bugles, 2 bugles. So I'll do it once more, and then I'm going to jump ahead so you don't have to watch me make the whole lattice. I've prepared one for you already. So let's get our next little bugle. So I've got 2 bugles and 1 seed bead, but I'm going to need a third one because we're at the end here, which you can tell because we're not at the highest point. So we need to get to the highest point again, or the lowest point in this instance. So 1 bugle, oops, through there. By the way, if your wire gets a little bit ratty, you can just use some nice little pliers sort of to straighten it, or you can even use if it's really bad, you can cut it off. Try not to cut too much off. You can use your fingers or whatever, but you want it to try and stay relatively straight as you're working. So 1 bugle, 1 seed bead, 2 bugles, 2 seed beads, 3 bugles, but not 3 seed beads. So through there, slide them again all the way down to your piece here, and once more we're going to bend. Just like that there, and there we go. Hopefully that should be now approximately ready to just bend, bend, bend into position, and it's going to go through this bead just here. Let's have a little look now. Down this next little seed bead, and then pull it, 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 almost to the end, not quite all the way, because we don't want to get this kinked. So we straighten it out a bit, and then pull it all the way through. There we go. Got it nicely in position. Pull it firm and bend it to keep it locked in place. So yeah, we're literally just going to continue that process until we have a full set of like lattice, essentially. So as per the magic of television. Do you know what? This is going to be good fun. I'm going to try and magic of television this, right here in the bead mat. Actually, this could be fun. This could be fun. Where am I? Here it is. So, ready. I think you'll like this. Ta-da! How good was that? That was fun. Clearly I'm too easily amused. So here's one I made earlier, a nice little lattice piece. Oops, get my camera zoomed out a little bit more. Here's a full lattice. So I've made one earlier. In total, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I haven't quite finished this one, have I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beads here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this side is finished. This side needs one more. You need them both sides to have 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So essentially, I need all of the rows to have 6. So I'll just go through. I'm glad some people enjoyed my little magic of television swipe there. I know I did. So I'll just do my last little row here. So as we finish, we'll do 3 little beads just here. And then we're going to turn it into our bell shape. So thread down just here, one seed bead, one more bugle, seed bead. I tell you, we're firing through this today. We're getting through it real quick, which is nice. It makes a change. Usually I take my time, but this is going quite smoothly today. This is definitely going smoother than the other day, isn't it? Great. Betty's joined us. She said... Betty's joined us over. She was on YouTube. She's now joined us over on Facebook. I'm glad she's joined. Great. And she says it's not blurry here. Don't know what was going on with YouTube then. If we have a little look one last time, bend my wire, loop it round, go through the seed bead. You can work away from yourself or towards, but make sure you're always untwisting it just before you pull it through. Pull that. Oh, Kay's telling me I need to have a sip of my tea. She's absolutely right. It'll be cold. I never get through my tea, ever. I've barely even touched it. So, pick up one more bugle. I'm just finishing off my little lattice just here, and then I'll show you the process of zipping. So here we go, through just here, and then slide them all the way down, bend it so it's at a nice right angle, bring it up roughly in position, and thread through just here. So here we go, pull that through there, nice and tight. Don't let it twist, because if you pull this, if it gets like this, wait, let's just bring it a little closer. See like this? See how this is sort of twisting back on itself? If I kept pulling this, it would create a little kink, and it would be very difficult to get it through my my beads anymore. So I have to make sure I get it nice and straight, then pull it through. That's the most important. I just dip my wire in my tea. That's a little unpleasant. Oh well. So here we go. Now that we're back in position over here, what we're going to do, I'll just put this over here, hopefully. I'm going to join my two ends together. So here it is. Here's my finished lattice into the position. So my thread is coming out just at this point just here. And then what we're going to do is join the two ends of our lattice. So I need to pick up one bugle, one seed bead, and a second bugle. And then I'm going to join to the opposite side. Oh, wow, lovely. My Auntie Nola has just joined. Auntie Nola, what are you doing up so late? It must be like 3 or 4 in the morning there. Thanks for watching, Auntie Nola. How's things there? I know it was my cousin Nigel, Nola's son's birthday just today. Well, here today, yesterday there, I guess, because it's in Australia. How old was he? I don't remember. 47 maybe? So what I need to do now is join my two ends together, like so. So essentially what I have to do, if I just pop this over like this, is join these two pieces so that, wait, I'll try and get it into, trying to manipulate it in a way so that you can see what I'm doing. I'll put my hand inside if I can. There we go. So I need to join these two bits, but I'm going to need a top bit here and here. See that? So when I've done that, I've just got to, there we go, take my wire here and pick up 2 bugles. So 1 bugle, 1 seed bead, and 1 bugle. Kaylee says, oh, they would look good around napkins. I think you're right. You could even do it as like a nice big collar for a bracelet, even if you wanted to. Maybe do it slightly smaller and just wear it as a bracelet. What do you think of that? That's a fairly decent bracelet if you did it just as a small piece. Not so wide. Through there, 1 more. And then bend that. And then as I fold this over, you can see this is where I need to connect to. So we'll just go, bend the wire, of course, as always, so that it's not going to get loose or anything. Go down that little seed bead. So I'll zoom in so that we can really see what I'm doing. There we go. And then pull that tight. And that sort of starts that central ring of our join. So see that there? Just bend that. And now if we look at our little diagram again, here it is. We're going to just zip it up. So pick up a bugle and join the next seed bead. Pick up a bugle, join the next seed bead. Pick up a bugle and join that final seed bead. And that will bring us to the opposite side. So I'm going to need 3 bugles for this process. Again, don't forget, I'll just pop this. Oh, do you know, I almost forgot to mention, I'll just put it at the bottom. If you, this will put it back into left-handed view, I think. If you want to be on the show, tomorrow, I'm going to be showing off everybody's pictures. So send us your pictures to live@beadspider.co.uk and I'll try and get your pictures shown. So you can send us pictures of anything that you like. It doesn't matter. You can send us your knitting or your beading, your pets, doesn't matter, but we'll show them off. That's how we usually try and do it, and and it's one of my favorite segments of the week is showing off everybody's work. So there we go. I've stitched the next one. I'll bend it to sort of lock it in place. Ooh, I've got more comments. Have I? Yes. One more down there. And then I'll just bend my wire again. Put this out of the way now. And put it back to right-handed view, actually. There we go. Now it's back to being a right-hander. And I'm going to join these 2 pieces here. So there's that next little seed bead along. That's the one I need to join through. Again, working downward. There we go. Kaylee says, oh, that is awesome. I love seeing it being done. Sometimes I struggle to visualize how things look if it's my first try. Well, I'm glad this is helping you, Kaylee. So there we go. Down there now. Again, we'll pull that seed bead. Looks like Auntie Nola went back to sleep again because she never replied. Just popped in briefly like a spectre. There we go. Join that. Bend it in position. Pull this wire a little bit tighter as well. And then last one, my 3rd and final bugle now. Pick that up. Down here, all the way. Come on now. In position. Bend it. And then through that last little seed bead. So pull that through. Oh, she did reply. Yes, she did. She said, all well, COVID free now, and yes, it's 2 a.m. Did someone have COVID, or do you just mean Australia in general is now COVID free? Because I was like, what? Someone had COVID? Pretty sure I would have known that by now, wouldn't have I? Maybe not. So, there we go. Now, where we are, we've got all of it stitched together, plus 1 here and 1 here. And essentially, what we're going to do... Apparently I say that a lot. Essentially. It's in right-handed view. Doesn't matter. You don't need to see the text. I'm going to, with both wires, go with my tail thread, which is the one I started this with. I'm going to go Ooh, wait, where's the camera? There it is. I'm going to go through these beads with the tail thread, and then with my working thread, the one I've been doing the weaving with, I'm going to go through one bugle and the size 8 seed bead there. Through the bugle and through the seed bead. Oh, Monica's joined us as well. She's here. It must be relatively late where you are as well, Monica, I guess. What time is it there? Must be almost... Heather asked, I submitted a pattern order because mine is with PayPal. Is it delayed? No, you should be able... it's in your email. So as soon as you send us an email, as long as you gave the correct email, no typos or anything, it should be directly in your email inbox straight away with your order confirmation. It says, thanks for ordering from Bead Spider. Here's your order. Here's your download, essentially. That's in relation to Heather's question there. So, as I said, now let's, with my tail thread, which one's shorter? I can go with either one really, but I'll get rid of the shorter one, which is this one. I'll go down this little bead here and just slide that in, plus this one, plus a seed bead. Whoops, sorry, I'm out of shot there. One seed bead. And by the way, Heather, which I'll just pop your comment on the screen so that you can see it. Heather, did you make an account, by the way? Because if you make an account, whenever you shop with us online, especially if you're getting patterns, you can go into the My Account page of our website, and you can access any downloads you've ever purchased from us ever from that little page. So that's another one that's sort of worthwhile there, Heather. If you can't find a pattern that you've bought from us, if you remember, you can access it from your if you can't find the email, you can access it from your My Account page. So I'm going to go down this little bead just here now, and that will essentially join my two sides together. Make sure it stays nice and firm. I'll keep it relatively loose for now because it's certainly easier to thread up. So like I said, one wire is going down here and the other wire needs to go the opposite direction so that we're coming out of this little bugle. So I'll pull that one fairly tight through there. They're a little bit stiffer when you've got to go through the bugle twice with the wire. So it's very important that you don't get kinks. And then I'll just pull this one a little bit tighter now that it's coming together. And hopefully it will behave. There we go. You just got to use a bit of welly. Heather said, is it too late to create an account? No, it isn't. I'll keep an eye out for your order. And after the stream, I will link your account to your order so that you can access them. So if ever you've bought products and you didn't make an account, you can always email us, make an account, email us and say, I've now made an account, and I'll link them together so that you can access any downloads you've ever put. So there we go. So now all I need to do, I've got that nice and tight, is go through this little seed bead just there. Pull that through. And again, we need to just twist it so that it doesn't get all kinked, hopefully. It's a bit difficult. There we go. And then through there. Did I get it kinked? No, I didn't. Good. Pull, pull, pull all the way through, nice and tight. Both wires. And now what we're going to do is just finish this wire off. Oh, it's a bit out of shot. I keep going left and when I need to go right, and I keep going right when I need to go left. So, with my wire coming out of here, all I have to do to finish it off is just wrap it round the wire below, essentially, as tight as I possibly can. So I'll just fold it over, pull it through here, try and keep it nice and tight to your work, like that. Then I'll pull it through here again, like that. So essentially I'm just weaving it round and round and round this little gap, trying to keep it nicely in there. Pull that through there, and back through here. Go through here, back through there, pull that nice and tight, there we go, and then I'll do it to the inside of my bell, just because then it's not going to be a problem. And get your cutters, just a standard pair of cutters will do, or this fancy type if you've got those too, and right as close as you can to the bead, you just give it a teeny weeny little snip. There we go, and no more wire, and that's not coming undone. You can use your fingernail to flatten it out if you need to. And there you go. So now I've got that napkin holder, which was the idea. Look at the shadow, isn't that cool? There you go. That looks cool, doesn't it? I like that. That's fun. So anyway, there's my little lattice ring thus far. Now we're going to turn this into a bell. So the way we do this, it's really, really easy. There we go. Now I've got my lattice. It's easy to turn it into a bell. So the way we're going to do that is with my wire coming out of the little tip piece just here. Zoom back in, shall we? Because I can do this a little bit more zoomed in. Sorry. Jane says, nice bracelet. I agree. Or as it was suggested, I can't remember who suggested it. It's a very nice napkin holder even. That would make a great napkin holder. So with my wire coming out just here, have a sip of tea because you've earned it. You've got this far. Let's have a sip of tea. Big mouthful. And then we're going to just go from bead to bead to bead around the top. So there's a great little technique that you can do to make this easier. Just use your thumbnail to sort of pinch it and then squeeze the two bugles below to be a little bit tighter, and that sort of picos them. You can do the same again. Push it out with your finger and then squeeze the bugles together. And then once more. And you can do this all the way around. You don't have to, but it just makes it easier to thread a bit later. Oh, candle holder, says Betty. Great idea, Betty. Candle holder would be a nice idea. There we go. There's another. Do it to the next one. Last one. There we go. And now I'm back at the start. And then this is where I know it gets all a bit mangled and mashed, but don't worry. It's nice and easy. Take your wire. And then we just thread around this little circle of beads at the top here. So through the first one. I'll keep it relatively loose for now because it will tighten towards the end. A bit easier. So there we go. So now I've got a wire joining this bead to this bead. Go through here. Join this wire. Like this. Make sure it doesn't twist. If it does twist, like I said, you can use some nylon jaw pliers if you've got them. And then you just take that over your wire. The reason you use the nylon jaws is because it's a bit softer on the wire. It doesn't sort of damage the coating or anything. And then you just run it along your wire there, which I'll do it on the screen here so you can see. There we go. And that'll get it nice and straight again. Lovely. And then go through the next one. Through here. See, because I've lifted them up, it's so easy to get through these little beads along the top. If you don't do that little lifting them up, it can be a little bit more fiddly. You can still do it, of course, but it's definitely easier if you do it by just lifting them that little bit. Through the next one. And the next one. Like I said, it doesn't matter too much about the tightness just yet. We'll get there. And that one's... See, look, this one's not quite lifted as nicely. There we go. So I can just use my fingers, pop it up. There we go. And now I can just thread through it super easily. See that? There we go. Make sure it doesn't get all twisted again. Pull through. Then through the second to last, sorry. Like so. There we go. And then through that last little bead that we added. So just try and... Oh, I did get a bit of a twist in there, which is annoying. It's filling up my hole. The one bead that needed to be kept as safe as possible, I've filled. That's annoying. Doesn't matter if this does happen, because you can always just wrap the wire here like I did just a second ago. But let's just try and get it nice and straight. There we go. So that it's through. Put that through there. And is it going to go through that little bead? Come on now. Behave. Come on. See, look, you can see I've got a teeny weeny. This is why you got to be careful not to get twists. I'll try and show you. Just inside there. Can you see that little bit of twisted wire? That's what you want to avoid because it makes the process much more difficult. Just inside that little bead just there. See it how it's got that little loop of wire? We need to be very, very careful. I can always undo the wire a little if I need to. Some little round nose pliers are good to pull it out. Let's zoom out again. Oops, sorry. Pull that out. If you don't have nylon pliers, you can use a cloth. That's a great tip there from Jermaine. You can sort of just use a little cloth inside some pliers and then pull along. So there we go. And come on now. It's always the very, very end that we have the struggles, isn't it? Is that going to go through? Just pull. I reckon it'll straighten if I just pull it. There we go. Hopefully that will do. Like I said, though, if this does happen, it's not the end of the world. Come on. Go in. Oh, well. Fine. Doesn't matter. I'll have to use the other technique, which I'll show you anyway. I was going to show you, but now I've got more reason to show you. So pull it nice and tight like this. Like so. So that all of those little tip bits... My face is in the way. Let's just get rid of my face. Here we go. So we can see a bit clearer. And then you can see it will, as you pull it, brings them nice and tight together, like so, into a tip. And then all I've got to do to bring these two together, if you can't get it to go through, it doesn't matter. I'll just zoom in a teeny weeny bit, just here. What you can do is just, like I did before, pull it so that it is nice and close, like this. And then you just wrap around this little bit of wire. So just over the top there. And then into the middle of my circle. Pull that nice and tightly into the circle here. So there we go. And then that should pull... Ooh, did I get caught just there? Yes, I did. How have I done that? I tell you, I'm not having any luck with it right now. Oh, no. That's... What? Where have I gone? Ah. Did I go through the wrong loop? No. Good. I thought for a second there, I thought I'd made a big fat boo-boo. There we go. Pull that nice and tight. And over the top. And then inside, pull it through that little central loop there again. Ooh, wait for it to get focus again. There we go. Pull that nice and tight. And that'll lock it in place anyway. So even if you can't get through that bead, it is not the end of the world. As you can see, you can still just wrap around it. You're going to need to wrap around it anyway to lock your piece off. So it's easy enough. And then if you want to, you can always weave down into a bugle. This isn't necessary though, but you know, if it's, see how mashed this is getting, you can either cut that off or straighten it, whichever you prefer, which I'll straighten it. There you go, look at that, nice and straight now. And then go down the next bugle if it will fit, and then I'll wrap it a bit lower down in my bell. But yeah, if it will go through. If not, I'm going to just wrap it where it is, but it should be able to go through there if you keep it nice and straight, which I didn't, of course. And then hopefully, whatever, doesn't matter. So anyway, I'm too zoomed in, sorry. Let's zoom out. That'll make a good angel body as well. That's a good idea, Jane. Lots of people are coming up with great ideas for this. So anyway, that's nice and tight there. Let's just go round it one more time just to get it extra secure, and then I'll cut it off because we don't need it anymore. So see that? Nice and tight, and then try and fold it with your fingers and then pull. There we go. And then once again, just cut that wire off and just bend it with your fingers to get it loose. There we go. So now if the shape is a bit like mashed, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a bit like monged or whatever and looks funny. I mean, you can even make it look intentionally look bad, just so it looks a bit weird, because I will fix it in a minute, but I'm going to show you a great tip to do that. Let's put my face back up in the corner, shall we? There we go. So, there we are. So now that I've got my little bell piece, I need to add my little ringer inside the middle. So what I'm going to do now, you need another piece of wire, which... Here's my spool. I'll get my spool out again, which, you can see our website name while I'm doing that. Let's put it back into left-hand view. There we go, beadspider.co.uk. take my little wire here, pull this off, and you need about 12 inches or 30 centimeters or so. Nothing too long. There we go. That's more than enough. And then where's that little gap? I'll put it back inside there so it doesn't unravel, if I can. Ugh. I tell you, if you watched Wednesday's tutorial, you know that Wire and I just aren't friends at the moment, it seems. There we go. Cut that little fella off. And then again, I'm going to just age my wire. Betty asks, are you going to use a bit of fluff to reshape it? Well, I am going to... I'm not going to use my trusty little fluffy cloud, but I'm sure I think you'll like the little idea that I have. I think I can do it. There's a little something I need, which is here, which hopefully somebody's listening and will bring me one. Otherwise, I'll have to go find one from somewhere. And then I can show you how to get that perfect shape. So, I've aged my wire now. And what I'm going to do now is create my little ringer. So, if we look at the diagram here, we just need to take one seed bead and put it in the middle of our wire, and then we thread up through our sparkle ball, and then if you look just here, we're going to be adding all of these little pieces in here. So there's about 20 little seed beads there, and then we finish with our 6mm bead. Jane says, don't forget about your tea. Could you not make a hanger with what's already on? That's a question there from Tina. Could you not make a hanger with what's already on? Oh, yeah, but it kind of works better if you use a new piece because you need to start at the bottom of the bell. So it's a little easier if you use what's at the bottom here because you start from here and it's sort of a separate piece. Anyway, using that little bit just there, here's my piece here. Let's just zoom out so we can see what I'm doing. I've got one little seed bead here. This is going to be at the base. So I need to make sure this is smack bang in the center of my wire. So I'll bring the two ends of it together and then pull that tight. And then we have my little piece right here at the center, at the base. I mean, if you wanted to, you could even make a little twist to really lock it in place at the center, but it's not necessary. But yeah, there you go. So that's going to just put that little piece just there. And then I've got two wires, 1, 2. Then I'll take both pieces of wire through my sparkle ball, which you can see. Wait, let's zoom in and have a look at it because they're super sparkly. We sell these on the website, by the way. They're sparkle balls, they're called. But yeah, they're covered in crystals, so they're really, really sparkly. Come on, get in focus. See that? It's full of crystals. There's my little hole there. It's got a nice big hole. Right through those two little beads. Pull that nice and tight. There we go. Oh, Betty said she's going to add a jingly bell. That's a great idea. You could do that. Instead of this little fella, you could just use like a little jingly fella. Let's zoom back out. And now what I'm going to do is pick up 20 little seed beads. So let's just bring my seed beads in here. Again, they're size 8s, which let's just pop the materials at the bottom. It's going to put you back into left-handed view for a second, but that's okay. Actually, do you know what? I should mention, I don't know where it is, but yeah, if you're going to be buying the kit for this, make sure that you get our little bundle because you get the free gift. Don't forget about the free gift. I'm going to just thread these little beads up. I don't know what I've done with the actual demo piece. I wanted to show you it because it's a gorgeous bracelet. You get everything that you need to make this as your free gift. So it's fully entirely included if you buy the all 3 sets to make this. So you'll make 9 decorations, 3 bells, 3 stars, and 3 baubles. The puffy stars, that is. And you'll also make this gorgeous bracelet as well. There we go. Yeah, you can literally use whatever you want at the bottom for your little clangy thing, but I quite like using those sparkle balls because you can see they're really, really sparkly and vibrant. Where are you? Come on, get in focus. See that? They really catch the light and sparkle. That's why I like them. So let's just continue picking up my little seed beads. You can do them one at a time or two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying to be lazy because I want to just do it both at the same time. 8 there. 9. Come on. But yeah, you can make this little seed bead section whatever size you want. If you want a long clanger, you can make yourself a nice long clanger. If you prefer short clangers, you just use less little seed beads. Whichever, however you prefer your clanger, that's how you can have it. Oh dear. And then thread through a few more. Let's move along quickly. How many beads have I done? Need to just count them. Let's thread through a couple more. Should have counted them in advance, then I could have just threaded. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. I can hear my dad laughing about my clanger joke there. Good thing Mum wasn't laughing. There we go. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Through both again. Come on now. This is boring. There we go. I thought they were clappers. Oh, maybe they are clappers. I mean, I wouldn't want my clanger to have the clappers, but maybe. Oh no, what am I even on about? Dreadful joke. I did have another sparkle ball. There it is. So this is my 6mm bead now, so I'll go through that. And down there. There we go. And then there's the bottom of my clapper, my clanger, whatever you want to call this little fella here. There we go. There we go. So I've got a nice stiff clanger now. Oh, goodness. Oh, dear. What am I even doing? So what we're going to do now, I'll show you the next diagram. Let's move on very, very swiftly. So I'll take the bottom part of my little clanger through the bell there, and then up through my size 8 Aurora bead. So this is going to, here's my finished bell, take it through the bell there, and then through the size 8 bead. There we go. And so that's going to lock it nicely, your clanger inside that bell now. So what we're going to do is just pull the wire in opposite directions to keep it nice and tight, like this. And then you can see that's sort of what keeps it inside of there. So being locked between the 6 and the 8, that keeps it nicely in place. So I now need to pick up, where is it, another 20 seed beads and create like a loop shape. So I'll do it very, very quickly now. Just pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's 20 little seed beads. You can do more if you want to. It's entirely up to you how many seed beads you do here. So 1, 2... I wonder what's in the tea. Yeah, well, clearly they're drugging me. They're spiking me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If you want to hang this from like something bigger, so like a big piece from a tree or something, you can see the little the 20 beads will make a hole about this sort of size. But if you want it to be bigger so that you can stick it on something larger, do 25, 30, whatever, however many seed beads you want to use. You can just add more and make this little hangy bit bigger so that it will hang on to more things. So let's pull this down nice and tight, and then I'm going to go into the the little size 8 seed bead here. So, sorry, the size 8 bead there. So if I can get it to go through there, if I've got enough space in my hole, maybe not. So what I'll do then is just take my wire through in the opposite direction. So I can make it into a nice little loop like this, and then sort of wrap it around my piece. If your little bead hole seems a bit full, you can just wrap it around there. Oh dear, there was someone made a comment about it, that you could use it for an angel with a clanger, you say. I've got to stop. I can't resist. I've got to stop myself. So I'll just thread back down through these beads in the opposite direction with my other wire. I don't even have to go through all of them because the wire from one side should make it certainly tight enough. And then there you go. That will sort of help me to bring my second wire nice and neatly down to the base, where all I've got to do now is just wrap it round a few times like this. And that will get that nice and firm. And then this one, I can do exactly the same. I can either thread it through and then wrap it down here, or because I'm lazy and I want to do it quickly, I'm going to just wrap it around right here in the middle of my little hanger, clanger hanger. And then just wrap nicely through there. Pull this one through here. And then we're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. We are almost there. No more filth talk. There we go. Through there as well. And one last time. And pull it all the way through. Keep it in position. There we go. And there we go. Let's get my cutters now. And just... there we go. One there. Betty says, I'm sure you must get boy angels. Well, I mean, maybe I'm just a little angel. Isn't that right, Betty? You know, so clearly there must be boy angels because I'm one of them. No. Maybe I was angelic as a child, but those days are long gone, I think. Right, there we go. So now I just need to grab a little something, which I don't seem to have one here, do I? Let's have a look. If I'm lucky, I will. But otherwise... I'll just put a little image on the screen about getting featured. So don't forget, like, share, subscribe, all of that. And then I'm going to show you how to make this nice and shapely. So it's a great shape. Just here, have a look at this. Send us your pictures to live@beadspider.co.uk. I'll be back in 4 seconds while I get a little something so I can show you how to get the shape looking perfect. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Yes, I've just called out to someone, so hopefully someone will bring me a little something to get the shape perfect. But this was an idea of Jermaine's on how to make the shape perfect. So even if it's a bit monged or mashed or whatever it is that you want, there's a lot of different ways that you can make the shape look perfect. Hopefully, here we go. I'm about to get my trusty little shaper, my little bell shaper. So I've got myself here a nice, that bell on the tree with lights would look, and then we've got, oh, can I show that comment? Yes, with the little love heart eyes, that says Jane. I think you're absolutely right. Nancy is also clearly enjoying the show. Hopefully I can find that one. Oh, Nancy said, thank you so much today. You are wonderful. So anyway, I'm going to show you now how we can shapen our little bell. So just get something that's sort of this shape. And then we'll just put our bell over the top of that, and we can use it to sort of to shape our little bell. So there you go. It sits nicely over the top, and you just sort of pull down. If you've got like a thread spool or something like this, or anything like you could even use like a shampoo bottle or something like that. That's sort of not too fat, relatively thin. A deodorant can, who knows? And then that helps to a nice little dome there, gives that the perfect bell shape. So you can do it like this, where these points are sort of downwards, but you can also, if you prefer, just bend them out a little. So get it on your little domey piece like this, and then just go around and bend those little bottom fray bits outwards. So I'll just do it very, very quickly. And then you can see it gives your bell a completely different shape. It makes it definitely more bell-shaped. There we go. And then see how the base now is sort of a little bit... Wait, I can even do it more if I want to. Because it's on wire, you can bend it as much as you want, or as little. It does make it look like it's a little bit smaller, but I think it looks really cute when you do it this way. I'll show you the two options so that you can compare. So there you go. There's one little bell with all of its little pieces sort of fanning out at the bottom, and it'll look like this from the front. Or you can do it where they're pointing downwards, and it looks like this. So whichever bell is your preference, you can do exactly whichever one. A milk bottle would do, yeah. I don't know if people are getting proper bottles of milk anymore, the same sort of shape as that, but there you go. So you can have it with the upward little dangly bits, or you can have them with the hanging down. So don't forget, it does come in all three different colors. So there's the blue, the gold, and the silver there as well. You can mix them and you can match them. The kit that we're doing, which I'll take a nice big sip of tea while I show you this. The kit, I don't know what I've done with the bracelet. I wanted to find that, doesn't matter. So the kit, as I said, is, a funnel to shape it, says Karen. Great idea. So the bell there, the star, which you can do in the flat, or you can do in the puffy star version, as well as the bugle bauble in silver, or you can do it in blue, or you can get it in the gold with the red color as well. So those are your three options. And if you buy all three of those kits, you get this gorgeous bracelet kit completely free. So you get the clasp, you get the beads in the black, you get the gold bugles, which are a bonus as well. You get the instructions, you've got the gold seed beads. Everything is included in there, so you will be able to make them all. Let me just show you very, very quickly on the website this today's little special offer, I suppose. So if you head to the Bead Spider website, on our homepage there, or just click the link that's there in the description that takes you to our Christmas bells decoration page. Here we go. So there we go. This takes you to the homepage of our website. If you missed Wednesday's tutorial, you can watch just here where I made the flat star, the double star, and the bauble. I tell you, I had a bit of a nightmare with the bauble for some reason. It just did not want to be my friend. That video is there. Last week's one with the brick stitch as well, and the pen wraps and all that, you can see that here too. They're the products. But if you click on this little button just here, it says View Bugle Bell Related Products. If you click that, it will take you to the page where you can get today's special. So here's the gold version, silver version. Here's the gold version. Here is the blue version as well. But if you want to scroll on down, you can get just the instructions for the bell, just the instructions for the bauble, or just the instruction for the double or puffy star. Plus I've got the some bugles, there's monofilament, there's wire. It's all right here. But otherwise, the best option, if you get our one up here, you also get that free gift. So if we take a quick look at it, I'll show you the little product there. So this one, you do get all three. So you get the brilliant blue, the glistening gold, and the shimmering silver, as well as our Black Russian beautiful bugle bracelet right here. Free gift included. So just pick if you want 3 blue ones, add 3 blue ones. If you want 2 blue ones and a gold one, add that. It's any 3 that you like, you will get that free gift. I mean, plus another great thing is if you wanted to get multiple sets, so if you wanted to do 3 sets of the brilliant blue, 3 sets of the gold, and 3 sets of the silver, just add them separately and you'll get just as many free gifts. So we're not limiting the free gifts to one order. If you wanted to get 3 blues, add 3 blues, add it to the basket, you get a free gift. If you want to get 3 golds after that, add the 3 golds as well. Hit add to basket, you'll get a second bugle gift. So on. Lastly, let me just show you. Don't forget about tomorrow. I know it should hopefully be there for you to take a look at. I'll just jump on and check. Make sure if you are on YouTube or on... if you're on YouTube or on Facebook, it should hopefully be there by now. Our upcoming show for tomorrow is the Labyrinth, which I showed you at the very beginning. So if you missed that one, it should be there, which if you just click on the button on our home page, which I should show you that one actually. Here it is, back on the home page. If you click this button that says the Labyrinth necklace and bracelet, you can see that. If you click on this little button here, it will take you to the page where you can set a reminder for this particular video. So right here, when you click on that little button there, it takes you to this page where, here it is, you can set a reminder. So if you press that little play button, that's sort of taking you into where you can watch it on YouTube and everything, and sort of get involved in advance to make sure you get a reminder. So, is it going to work for me? Here we go. So there you go. Set a reminder. Click it right there. So you just click the home button, set a reminder. Easy as that. But yeah, let's get back to showing you what exactly it looks like, tomorrow's necklace. I'll show you the masquerade black and white, and I'll show you the copper mix color. Where are you now? Here we go. So this is the masquerade, which is one of the colorways for tomorrow. And then this one here is the copper mix. So most of them are with the 2 colors, like this one here, and then this one is one of the 1 color ones, but it comes as a nice mix, so that one's really fun as well. But yeah, that's going to be on tomorrow. Make sure you don't miss it. There's the necklace kit, there's also the bracelets kit. They're both on discount when you're buying multiples, so be sure to jump on over to the Bead Spider website and have a look at those before I get on with the show for tomorrow. As always, don't forget, send us your pictures so that we can show them off on Saturday's tutorial. Make sure that you like this video, you share it with all of your friends over on Facebook and all of that. If you're on YouTube as well, lots and lots of things coming up. So also sign up to our newsletter, which the link is in the description, which if you're on Facebook, the link's above. YouTube, the description is below. But yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. You know, I was a little bit naughty, I suppose, talking about clangers and all that, but it seems you enjoyed the laugh. Jane says, thank you, Matthew, had a good laugh. Why am I not putting it on my face? I should do that. But yeah. I'd just like to say thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Don't forget, you can still get those Christmas brick stitch patterns included, plus the set, which comes with all the beads and the findings as well, is still on sale. It's a tenner off, so instead of £35, it's $24.95, more than a tenner. Same with the Bell set. You do get the free gift if you buy the sets as a bundle. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow for the Labyrinth. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you same time tomorrow. Bye-bye.